Hey guys, how are we doing? So it's Crypto Insight UK here, and we are diving straight into the charts. It's 25th of the 6th, 2021. So that's June for you Americans, because I know you do it the other way around in terms of days and months. But Bitcoin on the hourly, as you can see, we have broken above this descending trend line. We did then test it and confirm it as support, where it was previously resistance, and now we look to have broken above the moving averages. However, we've then rejected the 35,000 mark and come back down, and we're looking to find support on this previous resistance level of $33,800. We also don't want to lose too far away from the 50-day moving average, as that could look to another price fall. There is a world which says we could fall down and touch the 31k, as I said yesterday, before we look to bounce out, and that would ring very true with the Wyckoff accumulation patterns too. Although with the Wyckoff accumulation, it does look a little bit like this formation that we've had here. Bang, then there's a little dip back, and then we go out. We're here, we could play around there for a bit, and then out we go up to the next level. So there are a few things I wanted to talk about with Bitcoin. So today, Grayscale, their first trust expires. When people have been adding to that trust 6 months ago, they were in Bitcoin at about $19,000. They may look to take some profits today, as about, I think there's between 10 and 20,000 Bitcoin that get released from the trust today. So people are saying it's because options are expiring. You need to watch out for that at the end of the month. But more for me is the Grayscale trust expiration that I would think may cause a sell-off, but also may not. We don't know. They can lock them straight back up again. Who knows what's going to go on there? I just wanted to throw that out there as a possibility. There's a few things I wanted to show you about the weekly time frame. So with the weekly on Bitcoin, we actually haven't lost the 50-day moving average on the weekly. It's not very clear on this chart, but you can see we wicked down way below. Let's have a look at my more clean chart. Here it is. And we haven't lost it, so the body of the candle is still actually just above that weekly time frame. If you see that, so that's very bullish news still. Again, this accumulation box looks to be pretty decent. This is a very bullish pattern. If we could finish the week on a pattern like this, it's actually called a hammer, and it shows that the bears tried to push the price all the way down to here. The bulls been buying it, buying back, and that would signal if there was another candle for next month, you'd hope to see a nice green, big green candle like that. Just a big green engulfing candle. If it was big enough to engulf the week before, that would be awesome. That's super bullish. Then you could really look for a continuation out of this zone, something like that, breaking above those key levels and looking to set those all-time highs again. But it's crypto. Nothing ever goes the way you really want it to. So let's say we'll get a candle like that. If we do get a big green engulfing candle next week, that'd be great. We'll probably get one the week after that touches up and doesn't quite break that support. The week after that back down, and then the week after that out again. Lovely and straight lines that I've drawn in there. That's what I'd probably be looking at. So one of the things to bear in mind is XRP. It's just losing the 50-day on the weekly here. But we lost it by quite a lot, and we are close to regaining it. We're just touching it now. We're also just outside of this wedge pattern as it stands. If we get some bullish momentum, we could break back inside of this wedge, and then we're still on for the completion of the wedge, because this would technically then be a fake out. But what you've got to think, guys, is long term, do you think your assets are going to go up in value? And if so, then they are great buy at this point. I personally did not think we'd get offered prices like this ever again, let alone at this point. So I've been filling my bags personally. What else did I want to touch on in regards to XRP? The lawsuit, the deposition. So what's happened recently in the lawsuit is Ripple basically have said to the SEC that they're going to bring an ex-SEC member in for questioning under oath, and the SEC yesterday then put out a motion straight away to say that they don't want William Himman to come in under oath. I find it a very strange topic area, personally, because he can only surely say anything that's going to be in the documents that they have to release anyway, so I don't really understand why it makes any difference. Maybe they're just trying to buy themselves some more time, the SEC. But for me, the SEC are treading on eggshells at the minute, and I think we'll get some hard evidence come through soon as to what's going on. In regards to Ripple's price, we want it to break above this level here, and really if we can reclaim this level, as you can see on the left here, it's this candle wick that I'm actually looking at. We get up above this 77 cent, and then I can say the bullish momentum is returning back to the market. But until that point, we could always look to roll over a little bit further, maybe back down to this level and really bounce out of there. But personally, do I think that's going to happen? No. I think that we found the bottom of Bitcoin is 28,000. Obviously, you never know. There's always price calls at, say, 25.20. I don't think that's going to happen personally. We may come down to the 31, as I said earlier, and then bounce out is what I'd be looking for. Let's have a little look on the hourly to see if we can see anything different. As we already talked about, we have reclaimed these moving averages. Oh, Bitcoin Dominance was another thing that I quickly wanted to show everybody. Let me quickly get that up. Chart Trader Pro, that's what I use for Bitcoin Dominance. So Bitcoin Dominance, it keeps zooming me all the way out because this stupid candle wick that obviously isn't even real, because it goes up to like thousands of percent or hundreds of percent. So what you can see here, this is a 50% Bitcoin dominance, and we have really pushed up and taken some dominance back with Bitcoin. We've bounced off this 39% level. Let's get on the daily. 39% level, which as you can see here was previous resistance. It used that as support. We bounced off it, went back towards the 50%. Really heavily rejected that, and now we look to be coming down. And when there's a wick above, it normally means there's selling pressure. If there's a wick below, it means that there's buying pressure. And that just in this case means that Bitcoin is losing its percentage dominance over the market. So you could say that some of the Bitcoin percentages were going to be passing around the rest of the market. Yeah, one final thing I wanted to add was, a lot of people think this weekend we will have a choppy weekend and come down in price because the weekend volume is always low and price transactions are like, and we're on a downtrend, and so everyone's going to be selling at the weekend. But I always think in crypto, whenever you think something's going to happen, the opposite happens. So I would be looking out for some buying happening this weekend. I also think the institutions like to pretend that they're not buying on the weekend, but I tell you what, I think they really, really are. So I would not be surprised to see a very green weekend that no one's really expecting. There's my 50 pence for everybody anyway, so I hope you're having a great day. I feel like, again, I've just rambled on a bit today, but I just like to I don't really like to plan my YouTube videos because I just like to get my thoughts straight down there of what I see, so it's natural and organic for you guys. I can do a really more structured video if that's what you like, but I feel like my organic thoughts of what I see straight away on the charts are probably just as helpful as anything else. But with that being said, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Again, I've got links in my description if you need just to get yourself a ledger. I also do one-to-ones, anything like that. Have a look at my Patreon. We have a technical analysis group chat, which we post in a lot of times a day. And yeah, guys, if you don't follow me on TikTok, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. They're all great ways to help me out for free. I do this full time. I appreciate everyone who comments on my videos. I appreciate everyone who watches my videos. If you need any help with anything, always just hit me up. Send me a DM, send me a message on Telegram. I'm pretty busy, but when I get the chance, I will reply to you. But yeah, guys, thank you for the continued support, and I will speak to you on the next one. Goodbye.